Can you solve all these Class 10 Geography Chapter 4 Agriculture questions? Paddy is a
valid point. Kharif crop is true.
wheat is a
Well picked. Rabi crop is correct.
Rabi crop is
On track. Sound in winter season is correct.
tick odd one.
Strong choice. Wheat is right.
GDP means dash.
Nice selection. Gross domestic product is correct.
What is boro?
You got it. Kharif crop fits.
Golden fiber is
Right again. Jute is valid. Raji is very rich in. Smart pick. Iron is correct. Coffee is a dash crop. Clear logic. Beverage is sound. Rabi crops are sound in. Well reasoned. Winters is correct. Jumming refers to dash. Smart move. Primitive subsistence farming is accurate answer. Identify the Zaid crops. Exactly. Watermelon, vegetables make sense. Manufacturing of bread is perfect. Secondary activities is the one. Where is coffee cultivated? Correct response. All of this is accurate. Which of these are millets? Great thinking. Both of these is right. Identify the beverage crop. Excellent. Tea is well reasoned. Common diseases in rice are. Good job. All of the above works well.
dash is also known as a paddy.
Good thinking. Rice is right.
Jumming in Brazil is called
Nicely done. Roca is solid. Bloodless revolution refers to. Nice work. Boden movement fits perfectly. Can we grow our food every day? Great job. No is accurate. Identify group of transhumants. Right choice. S. Gujaras, Bakaravalas, Gadis, Botius is best. Which one is correctly matched? Solid response. Peas ruby is valid. Cotton is highly cultivated in. You chose Maharashtra. Correct. Agriculture is a dash activity. Bravo. Primary is the answer. Plantation farming is a type of. Well done. Commercial farming is right. Rubber plantation is famous in. You're right. Malaysia is correct.
Which one is not a millet crop?
Excellent choice. Wheat is right. Rice is a commercial crop in dash. Correct. Both 1 and 3 is spot on. Which crop requires high rainfall? Sharp thinking. Paddy is right.
Major producer of rubber in India.
Nice work. Kerala fits perfectly.
What is growing of grapes called?
You chose viticulture. Correct. Most practiced farming in India is. Clear logic. Intensive is sound.
Who initiated Budden and Gramden?
Excellent choice. Vinoba Bhave is right. We also get our food from animals. Excellent. Yes is well reasoned. Mixed farming is practiced in dash. You're right. New Zealand is correct.
Jumming is which type of farming?
Well done. Primitive subsistence is right.
Slash and burn agriculture is a
Perfect. Shifting agriculture is the one.
dash is an example of non-food crop.
Nicely done. Rubber is solid.
Plantation agriculture is a type of. On track, commercial farming is correct. At what rainfall, rubber grows well.
Good job. More than 200 Semam works well.
Jumming is practiced in dash India.
You got it. Northeast fits.
They are also known as coarse grains. Well picked. Millets is correct. Dash is a slash and burn agriculture. Great thinking.
Jumming is right.
Which fiber is known as golden fiber?
Valid point. Jute is true.
Growing dash is a type of plantation.
Nice selection. Coffee is correct.
About 90% of rubber demand is met by. Right choice. Kerala is best. Seeds are one of dash of agriculture.
Solid response. Input is valid.
West Bengal is the largest producer of.
Great job. Jute is accurate.
Crop which is also called golden fiber.
Bravo. Jute is the answer.
Barley, rabi, cotton, kharif dash, zaid.
Smart pick. Cucumber is correct.
What is cultivation of grapes called?
Well reasoned.
Viticulture is correct. Dash is a food as well as fodder crop.
Correct response. Maize is accurate.
Operation Flood is associated with dash.
Good thinking. White Revolution is right.
Wheat requires annual rainfall between.
Smart move. 50 and 75 cm is accurate answer.
The main food crop of Kharif season is.
Strong choice. Rice is right.
Who introduced tea cultivation in India?
Sharp thinking. British is right.
Identify first step during growing crops.
Exactly. Ploughing makes sense.
Jowar, bajra and raji together is called.
Correct. Millets is spot on.
Man learn dash by understanding nature.
Right again. Agriculture is valid.
Wheat is grown in which cropping season? Well reasoned. Rabi is correct. Identify which one is incorrectly matched.
You're right. Kumari, Brazil is correct.
Separation of grain from straw is called.
Right choice. Threshing is best.
Which of these is not commercial farming?
Correct response. Organic is accurate.
Which one of the following is a rabi crop?
Clear logic. Wheat is sound.
Which crop known as golden fiber of India?
You got it. Jute fits.
State with 3 rice crop in South India.
Perfect. Tamil Nadu is the one.
Staple crop of North and Northwest India.
Correct. Wheat is spot on.
Which fiber crop is called as golden fiber?
Nice selection. Jute is correct.
Coffee cultivation was first introduced in.
Solid response. The Budan Hills is valid. Crops grown in winter season are called dash. Sharp thinking. Rabi is right. In India, shifting cultivation is called dash.
Smart move. Jummaning is accurate answer.
Which of the following are plantation crops? Nicely done. Banana is solid. The largest tea producing state of India is. Bravo! Assam is the answer. The most adaptable variety of rice in India. Excellent. Lowland is well reasoned. Which of the following is a leguminous crop? Well done. Pulses is right.
Ho Dao, digging sticks are associated with.
You chose primitive subsistence farming, correct? Which type of soil is good for growing wheat? Good job. Loamy works well. Which of the following crops is not a millet? On track. Maize is correct. The temperature required to grow rice is dash. Nice work. 25 degrees Celsius fits perfectly. Which one of the following is a coarse grain? Strong choice. Millets is right. Roca is an agricultural practices followed in. Great thinking. Brazil is right. Kharif season begins and ends respectively on. Exactly, June and October makes sense. Which crop is also known as the golden fibre? Well picked. Jute is correct. Which one of the following is not a food crop? Good thinking. Cotton is right. Dash is the staple food of our country, India. Smart pick. Rice is correct. Which of the following is an equatorial crop? Great job. Rubber is accurate. Dash donated 80 acres of land to Vinoba Bhave. Valid point. Sri Ramchandra Reddy is true. Cropping season from November to May is called. Right again. Rabi is valid. Which of the following are primary activities? Excellent choice. All of these is right. Which country is the leading producer of rice?
Nice work. China fits perfectly.
It is the process of removing unwanted plants. Sharp thinking. Weeding is right. The three major cropping seasons of India are. Well reasoned. Rabi, Kharif, and Zaid is correct. Following animal is a part of the nomadic herd.
Right choice. Camel is best.
Os, Aman, and Boro are the three crops of dash. Excellent choice. Paddy is right. Second most important cereal crop of India, dash. You're right. Wheat is correct. The type of agriculture is practiced in India. Good job. All of the above works well. Primitive subsistence farming is also known as.
Clear logic. Slash and bum agriculture is sound.
Cultivation of fruits and vegetables is called. Great thinking. Horticulture is right. Which of the following crop is rich in protein? Smart move. Pulses is accurate answer. In which type of the soil does maize grow well? Perfect.
Old alluvial is the one.
If I were in Punjab, what would be my staple food? Nicely done. Rice is solid. Oranges are mainly produced in the state of Dash. Smart pick. Maharashtra is correct.
Dash is the crop of both Rabi and Kharif pattern.
Great job. Maize is accurate. Type of farming to meet family needs is known as? Right again. Subsistence is valid. Which state is the largest producer of groundnut? Correct response. Gujarat is accurate.
Crops produced in large numbers in West Bengal are?
Valid point. Paddy and jute is true. Shifting cultivation is known as Dash in Malaysia. On track. The farm is correct. Where oranges are cultivated the most in India? Nice selection. Cherrapunji is correct. The Budengranden movement was initiated by Dash.
Well done. Vinoba Bhave is right.
Cotton grows well in the following type of climate. Correct. Hot and dry is spot on.
Slash and burn agriculture is also known as Dash. Strong choice. Shifting agriculture is right.
Which variety of crop was grown in Baba Budan Hills? Solid response. Coffee is valid.
Tea, coffee, sugarcane and rubber are grown in Dash.
You chose plantations. Correct. The following pair of crops is grown in plantations. You got it. Tea and coffee fits.
Oilseed, which is an alternative to animal protein, is?
Excellent. Soybean is well reasoned.
What was the main focus of our first 5-year plans? Exactly. Land reforms make sense.
Jowar, Bajra and Rajay are in which category of crops? Bravo! Millets is the answer.
Japanese method of cultivation is used in which crop?
Well picked. Rice is correct.
Highly mechanized, extensive farming is practiced in? Good thinking. Wheat is right.
Dash crops are sown in winter and harvested in summer. Clear logic. Rabi crops is sound.
Which state is the largest producer of wheat in India?
Well reasoned. UP is correct.
Which of the 5-year plan was focused on land reform?
Nicely done. First 5-year plan is solid. Which of the following is an example of the Kharif crop?
You're right. Rice is correct.
Which out of the following places is famous for oranges? You chose Nagpur. Correct. Which are the 2 main beverage crops produced in India? On track. Tea and coffee is correct.
Which one of the following fiber is grown on black soil?
Smart pick. Cotton is correct. Red laterite soil in Tamil Nadu is suitable for growing. Strong choice. Cashew nut is right.
What was the dream of Mahatma Gandhi related to villages?
Valid point. Gram Swarajya is true.
Which crop requires flooded fields in the growing period?
Excellent. Rice is well reasoned.
Arabica variety of coffee was brought from which country? Nice selection. Yemen is correct.
Dash is announced by the government in support of a crop.
You got it. Minimum support price fits. Roka is the name of slash and burn agriculture in Malaysia.
Bravo. False is the answer. White revolution in India is connected with which produce?
Correct response. Milk is accurate. Intensive subsistence farming is practiced in area of dash.
Well done. High population is right.
Which of the following is not an example of primary sector? Excellent choice. Water supply is right.
Which of the following crops is the example of Zaid season?
Smart move. Watermelon is accurate answer.
Which country is the largest exporter of sugar in the world?
Right choice. Brazil is best.
Type of farming practiced in area of high population density?
Solid response. None of these is valid. What is slash and burn agriculture called in Central America? Sharp thinking. Conuco is right.
The tools like hoe and dow are used in which type of farming?
Correct. Primitive farming is spot on. Grouping of small land holdings into a bigger one is called. Nice work. Consolidation of land holdings fits perfectly.
The dash variety of coffee was initially brought from Yemen.
Perfect. Arabica is the one. Which of the following is the largest producer of groundnut? Good thinking. Andhra Pradesh is right. Temperature required at the time of harvesting for wheat is? Exactly. 20-25 degrees makes sense. Which one of the following fibers is known as golden fiber? Good job. Jute works well. Identify the crop which grown in Rabi and Kharif both seasons. Great thinking. Maize is right. Nomadic herding is practiced in which of the following states? Right again. Rajasthan is valid. Agriculture contributes dash to the national income of India. Great job. None of these is accurate. India is the dash largest producer of tea after dash 1 and dash. Well picked. Third, China and Turkey is correct. Crops grown between the Rabi and Kharif season are called dash. Well picked. Zaid is correct.
Jalpaiguri in Dash is a major tea producing district in India.
Smart pick. West Bengal is correct.
A short season between the Rabi and Kharif season is known as?
Excellent. Zaid is well reasoned. It is the artificial application of water to the land or soil. Good thinking. Irrigation is right.
Which state was the harbinger of the Green Revolution in India?
Well reasoned. Punjab is correct. The following is a pair of one tropical and one temperate fruit. Good job. Mango and apple works well. Which country is the largest producer of oil seeds in the world? Sharp thinking. India is right. Type of agriculture where a single crop is grown on a large area. Exactly. Plantation agriculture makes sense.
Dash is practiced in the semi-arid and arid regions of the world. Solid response. Nomadic herding is valid. Which of the following types of economic activity is agriculture?
Nicely done. Primary activity is solid.
Who announced the introduction of Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana? Great job. Dr. Manmohan Singh is accurate. India is the second largest producer of sugarcane only after Dash. Nice selection. Brazil is correct. Cultivation of coffee is confined to which of the following hill? Right again. Nilgiri is valid. What is primitive subsistence farming practiced in Mexico known as? Well done. Milpa is right. Which of the following crops are raised in commercial grain farming? Correct response. Both of these is accurate. Which of the following is cultivated between Rabi and Kharif season? Right choice. Muskmelon is best. How much of India's population is engaged in agricultural activities? You got it. 2/3 fits. The largest producer and consumer for the pulses in the world is Dash. Correct. India is spot on. Which of the following country is the second largest producer of rice? Excellent choice. India is right. Which of the following crops is produced during Zaid cropping season? Bravo. Muskmelon is the answer. Slash and burn agriculture is known as Dash in northeastern states. You're right. Jummoning is correct. Which country is believed to be the original home of the cotton plant? Nice work. India fits perfectly. Rearing of silkworms for the production of silk fiber is known as Dash. Great thinking. Sericulture is right.
Which revolution played an important role in the field of agriculture?
Perfect. Green Revolution is the one. What percentage of our cropped area is covered by oilseeds cultivation? On track 12's correct. What type of farming is practiced to produce food for sale off the farm? Strong choice. Commercial is right. In which of the following crop production India rank first in the world? You chose oil seeds. Correct. Which of the following fruits of Meghalaya are in demand the world over? Smart move. Pineapple is accurate answer. Slash and burn agriculture is known as Dash in Mexico and Central America. Clear logic. Milpa is sound. Tea bushes require Dash and moist frost-free climate all through the year. Valid point. Warm is true. It involves knowledge of farm machines or equipment and their proper uses. Well picked. Agricultural engineering is correct. The Arabica variety of coffee produced in India was initially brought from. You're right. Yemen is correct. Quite a few of paid workers are employed. This statement applies to Dash. Clear logic. Commercial farming is sound. Which one of following rights has led to fragmentation of landholding size? Solid response. Right to inheritance is valid.
The crop sown in the summer between the Rabi and Kharif season is known as. Strong choice. Zaid is right. What name is given to the soil conservation technique used on steep slopes? Nice work. Terracing fits perfectly. Dash is the largest producer as well as the consumer of pulses in the world. Correct response. India is accurate. Which is the main food crop of the eastern and southern part of the country? Exactly. Rice makes sense. All of the following are physical factors that influence agriculture except. Smart pick. Labor is correct. The process of separation of heavier components from lighter ones is called. Correct. Winnowing is spot on. Schemes introduced by the government of India for the benefit of the farmers. Excellent choice. Credit card is right. The farmlands are usually smaller in size. This statement applies to dash. Right choice. Peasant farming is best. It is the process of crushing big lumps of soil that remains after ploughing. On track. Leveling is correct. The summer cropping season, in which fruits and vegetables are grown, is called. You got it. Zaid season fits. Which of the following types of agriculture is done in densely populated areas? Well done. Intensive subsistence farming is right. Which of the following crops is a major source of protein in a vegetarian diet? Right again. Pulses is valid. Which of the following is the most important occupation of the people of India? Valid point. Agriculture is true. If you are walking through a rubber plantation, probably you are in the state of. Sharp thinking. Kerala is right. Dash is the third most important food crop with respect to area and production. Excellent. Jawar is well reasoned. Which of the following states is known for its high production of wheat in India? Punjab. Punjab works well. The main objective of the Green Revolution was to increase the production of dash. Smart move. Wheat is accurate answer. Wheat requires dash of annual rainfall evenly distributed over the growing season. You chose 5075 QS, correct? A type of millet rich in iron, calcium, other micronutrients, and roughage is dash. Great thinking. Ragi is right. The Green Revolution was successful in Punjab, Haryana, Dashlar, and parts of Rajasthan. Nice selection. Western Uttar Pradesh is correct. The important inputs like seeds, fertilizers, machinery, form a system called as. Bravo! Sea farm system is the answer.
In dash farming, land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock.
Good thinking. Mixed is right. Which one of the following prices is announced by the government in support of a crop? Well reasoned. Minimum support price is correct. Dash is recognized as a powerful supplement in inventing new hybrid varieties of seeds. Great job. Genetic engineering is accurate. The Buden-Gramden movement, initiated by Dash, is also known as the Bloodless Revolution.
Perfect. Vinoba Bhai is the one.
In India, jumming, a primitive form of cultivation, is called biwar or dahiya in dash. Nicely done. Madhya Pradesh is solid. Traditional farmers grow several crops on the same plot of land in a practice referred to as
Clear logic. Polyculture is sound.
the content of the soil. Its depth and texture significantly influence agricultural activity.
Great job. True is accurate. Which of the following is the principal crop grown in areas of intensive subsistence farming? Exactly. Rice makes sense. Which of the following crops is grown as kharif crop in North India and rabi crop in South India? Excellent. Sesame is well reasoned. Which type of agriculture deals with growing crops and raising livestock to feed the family only? Correct. Subsistence agriculture is spot on. Rabi crops are sown in winter from October to December and harvested in summer from April to dash. Bravo. July is the answer. Rice is a subsistence crop in Orissa. In which of the following states is rice a commercial crop? Excellent choice. Punjab and Haryana is right. DASH is a program which provides food grains and other essential commodities at a subsidized price. Well done. Public distribution system is right. Which of the following types of farming is practiced in areas with high population pressure on land? Correct response. Intensive subsistence farming is accurate. It is the process of growing plants and raising animals for food, clothing, and other useful products. Strong choice. Agriculture is right. What is the term used when plants of the same kind are grown and cultivated at one place on a large scale? Right choice. Crop is best. Which one of the following describes a system of agriculture where a single crop is grown on a large area? Nice selection. Plantation agriculture is correct. The produce from the farm is sold to higglers, who then sell the food locally. This statement applies to dash. Great thinking. Peasant farming is right. It is the initial cultivation of the soil in preparation for sowing seed or planting to loosen or turn the soil. Right again. Ploughing is valid. Dash involves growing crops on a large scale and getting a major portion of the income from agricultural produce. Solid response. Intensive agriculture is valid. Which of the following crops are grown during October-December and are harvested in the months of February-April? Smart move. Rabi is accurate answer. It is the process of gathering mature plants from the fields and marks the end of the growing season of the crop. Well picked. Harvesting is correct. What is primitive subsistence farming known as in northeastern states like Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and Nagaland? Nicely done. Jummining is solid. Which of the following methods of farming enables farmers to grow different crops on the same land from time to time? Smart pick. Crop rotation is correct. Which of the following crops are grown with the onset of monsoons and are harvested in the months of September-October? Or you chose kharif. Correct. Agriculture word comes from? Good job. Latin works well.
How many crops of paddy are grown in a year in the states like Assam, West Bengal, and Orissa? And what are they termed as?
Well reasoned. 3 safe boro is correct. T is dash intensive industry. Good thinking. Labor is right. When does peach season start? Nice work. June fits perfectly. How tall can a corn plant grow? You're right. 6 of 10F is correct. What is a group of cows called? Sharp thinking. Herd is right. Slash and burn farming falls under. Perfect. Intensive primitive agriculture is the one. Coffee was first grown in which hills? On track. Ruot Butts is correct. Dash Dard and Dash cities in England, the cotton textile industries were completely depending on good quality cotton imported from India. You got it? Manchester and Liverpool fits. Which soil is required to grow this crop? Valid point. Black soil is true. Which crop will you suggest to the farmers to cultivate if the area is remaining frost-free for 210 days approximately and having black soil? Solid response. Cotton is valid. Arabica variety of coffee is grown in India. It was initially brought from Dash. This variety of coffee is in great demand all over the world. Well done. Yemen is right. Tea cultivation is an example of Dash agriculture. On track. Plantation agriculture is correct. Type of farming which is highly capital and labor intensive is done on small fields and requires high quantity of fertilizers and pesticides. You got it? Intensive farming fits. In 2008 produces -% of the world's coffee production. Nicely done. 3.2 is solid. Rearing of silkworms for production of silk is known as. You're right. Sericulture is correct. Rubber is an important industrial raw material. It is mainly grown in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Garo Hills of Dash. Perfect. Meghalaya is the one. India produces about -% of the world's vegetables. Good thinking. 13 is right. In 2008, India was the Dash producer of fruits and vegetables. Strong choice. Peer is right. Which type of agriculture is prevalent in rural poor family? Well reasoned. Intensive primitive agriculture is correct. Agriculture provides raw material to which of the following? You chose sugar industry. Correct. On average, how many gallons of milk does a cow produce daily? Right again. 7 gallons is valid. Distribution map of a particular soil is given. Identify the soil. Nice work. Alluvial fits perfectly. Which of the following methods have been changed depending upon the characteristics of physical environment, technological know-how, and socio-cultural practice? Exactly. Cultivation makes sense. Which agricultural product does the United States import the most of? Clear logic. Coffee beans is sound. How much temperature is required for the cultivation of above crop? Bravo, 21-27 degree is the answer.
The Arabica variety initially brought from Dash is produced in the country.
Excellent. Yemen is well reasoned.
The place Axe on the map is famous for which of the following fruit production?
Well picked. Oranges is correct.
Which of the following soil erosion techniques is demonstrated in the picture?
Correct. Contour plowing is spot on.
In 2010-11, around dash of the total workforce was employed by the farm sector, which makes more than half of the Indian population dependent on agriculture for sustenance. Excellent choice. 52% is right.
Besides food grains, agriculture also produces raw material for various industries. In which sector does agriculture fall?
Nice selection. Primary is correct.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Sharp thinking. Contact Narayan Chengdar on Facebook is right.